Enough of those. Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again. Here we are installing the lowers, of course, on the Lowrider ST. This is from Dominator. In case you guys are wondering what lowers are these from or who manufactures these, these are from Dominator Motorcycles. These guys are located in the Netherlands. So we got these imported from over there. All right. So right now we're just measuring it up. These are pre-drilled, these holes on the lower. Except for the bottom piece, you guys can see right here that there isn't a pilot hole or anything like that. So, but we do have holes on the upper section of the lower, so that's our guide. So what we're going to do is just measure up, try to fit this in between the shifter, your foot pegs, your engine guard. I mean, if you can, of course. I had to change my engine guard for this one. I had a Mustache engine guard from Harley-Davidson, and now I have this TCMT engine guard to get it to work and fit properly with the lowers, of course, with the FXRT fan. So I have this little punch, I believe that's what they call it, and I'm not really, you know, cranking down on it. I'm just giving myself a little bit of a guide, a little bit of a dimple, so my drill bit does not go scratching or go nuts or haywire or anything like that. So sorry I got off of camera there, but there I am making these holes. This is a countersink screw. It's pretty good for this type of, you know, ordeal here. It just gives you a little bit of a smooth finish. That way you could go ahead and, of course, use a bigger bit, and just overall it's just a smoother way to do it. That way you're not, like I said, you're not scratching it and you're not dinging the fairing. You don't want to give yourself more prep work, but if it happens, then you know what, we are in the early stages of prep, so you could always fix it. All right, not a big deal, just the way I do things. Countersink screw, and then you move up to basically the same opening as the lower as far as the hole size. So we are now what we're doing here is we're basically just, and not necessarily cranking down on the bolts, we're just installing it so there's a little bit of support while you're working on the lower section of the lower. That way you can move it around and see where the lower bracket is supposed to go. Now this is also provided from Dominator Motorcycles. Of course, this is basically a L bracket. You could go to your hardware store and purchase an L bracket, and this is going to fit. So you guys can see that the angle's quite not right. So what I went ahead and did was I just, gave it a couple bends here and there. I have a vice grip, and I have a clamp, a welding clamp, and with that I was able to kind of give it that shape, and it just fit a little bit better. You could also use spacers, of course, rubber spacers or a grommet to kind of even out that pressure. That way you're not, all lopsided and stuff like that. So now as far as bolting this, you could use any of the openings down there. You guys can see down where the crash bar is mounted. You have 3 bolts. You could use any of those. I mean, you don't have to use that one that I use, but just based off of the way it kind of sat and everything, that's the one that worked for me. Right? You could even use the one closer to the primary, to your shifter, to your foot controls. You could use that one if that's what works for you. So like I said, you can use any of those and just measure it out. Of course, you do have an L bracket, and it doesn't fit flush with the frame. So what I went ahead and did, I used a 3/4 spacer on the left side of the bike. So once again, I also gave myself a little bit of a pilot hole, you guys can see, and then I switched over to the other drill bit, and that just made the opening a little bit bigger for the bolt and the nut. So you guys could also remove, of course, once you make your pilot holes, you could also remove the lower and then do it off the bike, just to kind of make it a little bit easier. That way you're not struggling and fighting the bracket and all that other stuff. So this is still slightly tie-in. It's not fully installed, but just to kind of give you guys an idea, because I was riding the bike just like this, just fine, not a big deal. The frame, luckily it all fits perfectly. There's no issues with clearance at all. So now we're moving over to the right side. You guys already saw that I already made the holes. So same thing, you get a Sharpie, use the guides on the upper lowers. Like I said, it's already drilled out from Dominator motorcycles, so it takes a lot of the guesswork out. You just you just use that as a guide, Sharpie, same process, countersink screws, and then expand the hole with another drill bit, and you're pretty much set to go. So the upper piece, like the first side, is already installed, and now we work on the bottom section of the lower. So you could actually install this L bracket in any of those. I was thinking about installing it on the rear brake cylinder, on the master cylinder for your rear brake, but the spacing, like I said, you guys can move this around. Typically you want to have at least 1 inch from the edge, so right there it's not enough. Why? Because it's weak, it could break. This is carbon fiber, so if you're working with just fiberglass, you might want to consider moving that L bracket a little bit more in towards the lower. So just showing you guys the clearance right here on the exhaust, super close. You could move this forward and backwards depending on how you want to install it, of course, depending on your foot controls. I would say keep it a little bit towards the rear of the fairing, just to kind of get it to look uniform and look right and look even. So there wasn't any clearance issues here, but I decided to go ahead and use the lowest point of the frame to kind of mount this L bracket. Like I said, you could even install it up there on the master cylinder, on the rear master cylinder of your rear brake. So same process. Give myself a little bit of a guide, a little bit of a dimple for my countersink screw. It's just, like I said, it makes it a little bit easier. And like I mentioned, it could also remove the lower and then do it off the bike. That might be easier. So here we are switching over to another drill bit. I ended up using a wider drill bit after installing this. I'm prepping the lowers right now, and I decided to use a little bit wider drill bit, just to kind of that, because right now I'm just fighting that lower bolt. It's really tight. I had to use the socket right here to kind of push it through, and then of course I used a rubber washer. I believe it's a 1/4 inch rubber washer, just like I said, just to kind of have that contact and not to be completely putting that uneven torque or that even strain on the lower. But like I said, these do have, you guys can see, these do have carbon fiber on the edges, which it's a benefit. It just gives it a little bit more strength. It's not as fragile as fiberglass. So all the way around, this is the reason why I went with Dominator on my choice, in case you guys are wondering. So this is the final product. I still have a lot of the components. This is just a mock-up. This is what you got to do. You got to mock stuff up, see how it fits, and then once we're finished with this process, then we start the prep and the paint. So thanks again for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave your comments down below. Yes, stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.